everybody, it's Wanetah and Jason here, and today we are going to talk about 7 business ideas that you can start this year today using HighLevel. Right, Jason?
That's right. There are so many different ways that you can use HighLevel to create a business. And a common mistake we made first starting out was there are so many awesome features. We wanted to give everything to everyone. And that ended up causing a lot of overwhelm because we promised things to people that they didn't even care about. But since we promised it to them, we had to now deliver on it. And through this time with HighLevel, the couple years that we've been there, been using the software, we found that there are a lot of micro businesses that you can build incredibly profitable businesses just with a few features and then scale up if you want to. So, we're going to talk about some of those today.
Yes, absolutely. So basically, what we learned really quickly was don't try to sell high level, right? Find these features, learn one thing, especially if you're starting out. It just takes one or two things put together that you can just really become a specialist instead of a generalist, right? So don't try to sell high level to anyone except for on number 7, we'll talk about possibly selling high level. So, in putting together these packages, we decided that we weren't going to give you anything that you couldn't sell for the minimum of 197 a month, and that is really and truly, y'all, the minimum. Okay, we don't want you to focus on decreasing the price. We want you to focus on increasing the value. Okay, so these things we put together will show you that you can charge 197 for sure and plus more, and we hope that you do because they really are worth that.
Yeah, and we are going to show you some examples of massive companies that are charging a lot of money in some people's eyes for just a few features that high level can totally duplicate. So it makes it a little more understandable and gives you the confidence that, okay, other companies are doing this. I can do this too. And I think maybe in the past we did a little bit of a disservice by giving you low ticket items to sell, like 97 bucks a month, although you can start out doing that. But I think if you jump in and some of these things, we'll show you some comparables of other companies doing this. You'll find that you can put a nice package together for a few $100s a month or more, and really start building your business from the start.
And that being said, we also put all of these together with the $97 starter package in mind, right? So if you are just coming into high level, you're starting out at $97 most likely. So that gives you 3 sub accounts, meaning one will be yours and you will have 2 left over for clients. Right. So that keeping in mind the price of 197 being the minimum, what we want you to be able to do is just go ahead and have one client pay for your package, right? Pay for your monthly fee in high level, and then you can build from there and you can increase your package size going into 297, or if you make the leap and go into 497, you can do that easily and you never have an issue with just keeping the lights on.
Yeah, I think that's important. And you can start at any package size, but even at the minimum, as Juanita said, gives you enough to at least go test the waters with a few people, get a client, and then scale up if that's the path you want to go. If you already know you can get a bunch of clients, then I think the unlimited or the even the 297 plan is great to go with, but the 97 gives you everything you need to just dip your toes in the water, get a couple clients, and get rolling.
Absolutely. And that's how we are looking at the pricing as well. With the 197, what you want to think about is will this if will this service bring in more than 197 for my client with just one extra customer, right? And if that answer is yes, which it will be yes, right? Then you can totally justify charging that amount. So just keep that in mind. And the 197, honestly, that is for our newbies who are just jumping in. And it's not that you're not confident in the product, it's that you're not confident in your ability to sell this thing. So you just want to prove to yourself, hey, if somebody's going to buy it at this price, I can sell it for this price. And then from there, without even increasing what you're offering with those services, just know that you can go up in price.
And I think just to put a pin in that side too, it's the reason why we're saying start with a small package of a couple features and you learn those things very well, and then you can start selling them, and then you can start moving up later on in the process to more features that you're comfortable selling as well, if you ever choose to. Maybe you make a business just out of doing reviews or just out of doing social media or the things we talk about today and scale up and you're perfectly happy with that. And that's totally fine. That's a great way to run your business.
Absolutely. And especially if it is you're a solopreneur to begin with, and this is just a side hustle before it becomes a small business, you should just pick a few things and specialize in that until you can hire somebody to take that over. And then as you learn new features, then you can actually start building a business, hiring people to do all of these things and have different departments if you want to grow into a full service agency. But there's
Right.
absolutely nothing wrong. And most people, I would say, are really comfortable hiring specialists versus somebody who is just going to take over all of your marketing needs these days. So, that being said, let's jump in. Before we jump into number one, Jason, we do want to talk about conversations. This is a very important tab in your high level platform that Jason is going to pull up. And we will also be talking about Lead Connector, which is basically the same thing as conversations. Just think of Lead Connector is the app on your phone where you can find the conversations tab, right?
Yeah, so it's a little hard to show the phone and do this, but this is just a screenshot of an example. So the Lead Connector app is something that is what they call gray labeled, meaning it doesn't say high level. You can pay something a lot of people don't know is you can pay an additional $500 per month to high level, and they'll give you your own custom app with your own branding and everything. I haven't found the need to do that because Lead Connector is such a cool name and it makes sense. Like you're going to connect your leads. So the Lead Connector is not branded to high level. So it's something that every agency that doesn't have their own app branded to them can use, and all their clients can have access to it. It's in the App Store, in the Google Play Store. But what it does here in a nutshell is gives your clients all of their contacts in one simple app. And you can see a couple other things on here, like there's a pricing thing on here, which we're going to talk about the ways to send out invoices and to collect money through this app. You can also schedule things on a calendar and do a lot more other things through this. You can even receive phone calls, send calls out all through this. So it really is a really powerful app all in one. But the bulk of what people are going to do is in here in the conversations tab where they see literally every lead that they have coming from Google Chat, from social media, from reviews, all kinds of different places that leads are coming in, all in one simple dashboard here.
Nice. And so this is basically essentially it's your conversations tab, right?
Yep.
On your
Yep.
high level desktop platform.
So that is something that's going to be required for a lot of the businesses that we talk about because not only are we going to help businesses interact with their leads, but they're also going to need a place to look for them in one dashboard. So that's why most of these business ideas will also require you giving out the app to your clients to access their leads. Yeah,
All right, let's get into number one.
cool. So number one is missed
Missed
call
call,
text.
text back. Sorry.
Yes.
Missed call, text back, and Google Chat plus Lead Connector. So, what is missed call, text back?
So I'll bring you over to the app in a moment, but basically in a nutshell, it's if you have a business owner that uses your software and somebody calls their business and they don't answer, which happens a lot with a lot of service people and restaurants and a lot of things too, but a lot of people that are out busy on the job, maybe it's not a huge staff where they have somebody monitoring the phones 24/7. A phone call gets missed oftentimes. And then what typically happens is nothing. The business owner has no idea who called and they have no way to follow up with them. But in this case, what happens is that phone number is called. And then instantly, if the call is missed, a text message goes out to that lead and says, "Sorry, we missed your call. We're out on a job," or "Sorry, we missed your call. How can we help?" And that starts a text conversation back and forth from the customer or potential customer and your client that uses your software so they can capture more of those leads and convert those into sales.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And Google Chat, what is that?
So Google Chat is basically we can connect their Google profile to our software. And then once we do that, there's a little message icon that shows up on mobile when somebody's Googling for plumbers near me. There'll be a little chat icon there where they can literally tap and start chatting with the business owner right there. And I don't know if you're like me, but I prefer to chat or text message over picking up the phone and calling a company if I can. And a lot of people are the same way. So they can capture a lot of leads directly from Google into their lead connector app there. and communicate back and forth with them and capture those leads that way. So basically, we have the missed call, which a lot of times people are going to call the number on Google. If they miss the call, they're going to get a text message. And if they're just there and they see the little chat icon, they're going to tap on that chat icon and start a conversation back and forth. So, two ways that you can generate leads for a business.
And can we show them what this looks like? And it's
Mhm.
called text back, what that looks like in high
Yeah.
level, and we can show them the visual of what that looks like on Google for Google Chat.
Yep. So, let's get there.
And so, by the way, we are starting with this one because this one is fairly easy to learn and set up, correct, Jason?
Yeah. So, all we really have to do is we get them a phone number set up here, and I still will do. I'm going to do a A2P registration video in the very near future because that is a little bit more involved. But I do need to do it for a couple of our businesses, so it makes it beneficial for both of us to do that. But once we have that set up, then we just turn this little check mark box on, and it turns on the missed call text back. So there's not really any more setup that we have to do. Just if a call is missed from that number, this text message will fire off instantly. And this can all be edited to whatever you want it to say or your
Mhm.
business owner wants it to say. But that part is now done.
Right.
Really easy.
And then we can see that within the conversations, correct?
Hmm.
And on your lead connector app, you will see the communication,
Yep.
basically everything behind the scenes in communication. Okay. And then let's show them what the Google profile looks like. I'm sorry, the Google chat on your Google profile. And Jason, what if someone says, but I don't have a website, so I don't need that Google chat?
So the Google Chat is not on your website. That's a website chat widget. This is directly on Google. It's communicating. They don't even need a website to use this feature. So that's what's really cool about it. But that might be an opportunity for you to upsell them a website as well, in addition to
For
this.
sure.
But yeah, this works directly with Google, so it bypasses having to go to a website or anything like that, which makes it even more powerful because you can literally capture the lead without them getting distracted on your website at all, which is really cool.
Exactly. So if a client gives you pushback about not having a website, one, you're going to be able to help them at long term, right? But
Right.
also inform them you don't need one actually, but
Right.
you should have a Google profile, and I'll show you why.
So here we are looking at kind of the mobile view, and you can see any of the times that you see message here, that's what will show up as soon as you connect the Google profile to high level, usually within a few minutes. Sometimes it takes about an hour. They'll have a message icon that pops up where clients can be looking for a roofer here, tap message, and then fill out their information. Let's see if it'll let me get that. Cool. So you can see it. They'll fill out their question, hit send, and then your person that's using your software, the business owner, will get a notification on their lead connector that they have a new lead and start communicating back and forth via text message right there with them.
Yes, and this is awesome because this is just a lead capture form without you giving them anything, you
Mhm.
know?
You can go through just like we've talked about in the past with prospecting. You can go through and see a lot of these are Google paid listings here where they have the little check mark, Google verified, I think it's what it's called,
Okay.
or Google preferred. But if we can find more that aren't here.
Do you know how much that costs? Is that like a monthly
No,
subscription
they
or
charge per lead, so they're doing like a pay per lead model. I don't know exactly how much it
Mm,
is. I think it might be like 50 or $80 or something like that. But let's see if I can find someone else here.
roofers got it together. Jason loves the roofers too.
Yeah. So you can see here, this makes it a little easier. You can see a Google guarantee. That's what it was called. I miss.
Mm,
But you can go through just like we do with websites to see if somebody needs a website. You can go through and see if they have a chat icon. If they don't, then they're an opportunity to prospect as well.
okay, awesome.
Yeah,
And that being said, you could still sell the missed call text back without having the Google chat if they already
exactly.
have it. If
Yeah,
they already have
yeah.
it, then you can still hit them with the missed call text back.
Exactly, because that's a great opportunity because they're already getting some Google traffic if they're on Google and they have the chat widget. Google's kind of giving a lot of those businesses preferred treatment and bumping them up a little bit. So they're getting some calls, and any business that gets calls misses calls, right? They
Right.
can't have 100% coverage unless maybe they're using AI, which we'll talk about later on. It's hard to monitor the phones 24/7 without somebody having to even get up and go to eat lunch or whatever, leave their desk for a moment. So there are missed calls. Even if the business owner doesn't think they miss any calls, I guarantee you they do.
Right.
And for that service, I think you shouldn't have any trouble selling it for 197, 297 a month. I think that's a very fair price for basically 24/7 monitoring of their phone at any point they miss a lead. You're going to instantly have your system call them back, text them back, and start a conversation. That alone, they get one conversion over the month, a roofer or a plumber, that's going to cover the cost of your service. So it's more than worth it.
Yeah. So I have a question about missed call text back. Can you set it to where after a certain time, like if it's during or before 5 p.m., I want it to say, hey, can I give you a call back after 5 p.m.? But then after 5 p.m., can I automate it to say, hey, can I call you back tomorrow? Or is there a good time I can talk to you tomorrow after 5? Can
Yeah,
you?
so that would be more in the workflow side. So you would
Mhm,
turn the native feature off that I showed you, and you'd go into the workflows, which we've talked about in other videos, but that's basically a
mhm.
trigger. Like you have a call that was missed and it's between these hours, then send this message out. If a call is missed after these hours, send this message out. So you can totally do that. It's just a little more tech work, but still pretty easy.
That's awesome. Okay. All right. All right, Jason, what is number 2?
So number two is social media marketing.
Nice. This is the exact thing that we started with because this is definitely one of the easiest things that you can learn as fast as possible if you are new to high level. And
Yep.
obviously, social media is not going anywhere. Everybody needs it. Most people hate it as far as business owners, especially. Look, if you're a business owner, you are busy doing with your business. It's like social media is a whole nother job in itself, right? So that's why you can sell this pretty easily to people. So, Jason, tell us what it is and show us the inner workings of high level.
Awesome. So, social media, why I love the social media planner is there are a lot of that know that they need to be posting more on social media. And the common excuse is, I don't have the time. I don't know what to post. All those things you can solve. And it's now, it used to be like super crazy. Everyone was wondering what it was, and it was just a really hot item. Now, if businesses don't do any social media, then they know they're left behind, right? They're one of the dinosaurs that haven't adapted to social media yet. So we can jump in for a very fair price and solve that for them. So we can go in and basically here we can schedule posts for any business, and we can have unlimited sub accounts of this on the 297 or 497 plan. And you can schedule for Facebook, Instagram, Google is a social platform as well, LinkedIn, X, and TikTok. And I believe in the very near future they'll also have YouTube Shorts, and all that stuff in here too. So you
Come
can literally
on,
schedule
YouTube.
you can schedule on any of these platforms, and it's super easy to connect and set up. And I'll show you a little bit of that posting in a second. Okay.
Okay, so here we are in the social planner, and Jason is going to show you a quick little tutorial on just basically how we use it, how you can use it. But if you want full tutorials on any of these things, pretty much almost everything besides one thing, and when we get to that, I'll let you know. We've already done all of these how to step by step tutorial videos, and I will list each and every one of them in the description down below.
So, what I love about the social planner is that once you connect any account, even if it's just one, the posting side of this is really easy. And your clients just come in, they connect their profiles, and then they never and you never have to log into any of these dashboards again. Like you don't have to log into Facebook or Instagram or any of those things. You can do everything from your dashboard here. So, as Juanita said, we've done full tutorials. So, I'm just going to fly through this side, but look down below if you really want an in depth tutorial on the social planner. But basically, all we do is we do new post and create new post. You can even, if you're advanced, you can upload a CSV, which means that it's all of the posts scheduled for the month. You can say the post that you want it to do, the date and time you want it to post, and the image and everything, and just upload it. And then all your posts will automatically be scheduled from that. So it's a really cool way to do it. They also have templates in here. I'll show you another place to get templates as well. And you can also, when we talk a little bit later about reviews, you can post the reviews onto their social platform as well. But we're just going to hit
Nice.
create. Yeah, it's really cool. Just going to hit create new post. and we'll pick whichever profile. And then if we don't know what to type, because that's typically the common objection is I'm not sure what to post and I don't have the time to post, you can just use this content AI thing, generate AI. We'll just do a real estate.
So basically, I typically will use the content AI. I'll fill out the caption after I know what the post is, right? So once you get the post, this can be a done for you or a DIY service that you offer, right? So you can offer it as a product and sell it to clients who just you teach them how to do it themselves and it's very easy. Or you can do this as a done for you service, but either way, all they have to do is upload their content into the media library. And so, whatever you're going to post, you pick what you're going to post. If this is going to be, if it's in real estate, perhaps we're putting up a picture of a listing that just listed, right? And so, we have a nice template. We show the house, we're putting the address, call me, I'm a realtor. And now we want to say something about it. So you just have to prompt the AI with just, hey, this is just listed at the address. Write something witty if we want professional. However, you get to choose the tone and it will give you a few variations and you pick one, you click it, and it's posting.
So you can obviously put their phone number, their contact information if you're doing this for a client. And then if you need an image, either they've supplied one for you, or you can use like a template on Canva. Or sometimes what I like to do is check out what the AI can create. Sometimes these images aren't great, sometimes they are. So let's just do a couple buying a new home, and we'll do like 3 variations just to see what we get.
So exciting. How many fingers will they have?
If you don't know, sometimes AI adds extra digits on the hands and toes, but let's just see what we get. All right,
Nice. No,
so
that's pretty. They look sad to be buying a
yeah,
home.
exactly. We'll
Me
try one
too.
more time and
Happy
regenerate this.
couple.
Yeah, that's a good.
Excited couple. A happy couple. Yep. Hippie. Happy couple. Happy, excited couple buying a new home in a beautiful neighborhood with great
And
curb
sometimes
appeal.
sometimes if you add some of these other art styles like a poster, stuff like that, you get more colorful, like vibrant stuff. So obviously these don't look like they're happy, but maybe they're not buying a home. That's a nice one.
That's nice.
Yeah. Let's just say
I like
that's
that
the one.
home.
Yeah. So it adds
Oh, look at
the
her
image
eye,
here.
though.
Oh
Zoom
yeah.
into that, Jason.
I
I
can't.
don't think she
But
has a
yeah,
pupil.
yeah.
We're making fun of it, but we have actually gotten some quality images from this
Let's try one more style
from this
with digital art and see our poster. Let's just see what we get.
poster.
Yeah, sometimes they're like vibrant, like it's more cartoonish, but it still like really pops. So I just want to see what it does. If not, I'd say you can pull stuff from a lot of, I'll show you where to get some templates and stuff too.
I'm really interested in seeing where marketing like this goes instead of using actual photography because digital art is becoming more and more popular and it's so innovative that I think that I wouldn't be surprised to see people in the business world actually using things like this because it's more eye catching and noticeable and trending.
Yeah, I think a lot of times this pops way more than some of the other imagery. But again, these image generations, they're light years ahead of where they were when it first rolled out with high level. So I think these are really cool. If you don't have anything, it's a great place to go. And then if you are struggling to get content and you don't want to use any of this stuff, I've always recommended either looking on Canva, they have a ton of great templates there, or you can just go to Etsy and search social media templates or Canva templates for real estate or for whatever industry you're in. And you can find a ton right there for sometimes like $5, $3. So that's a good place to go as well.
Absolutely. And I do think that image that we generated right there, is that a flask on his belt?
Looks like a camera or a phone or
Okay.
something. Yeah.
All
Who
right.
knows? Who knows?
Happy couple. Not sure
Yeah.
what they're happy about.
Sometimes it's just to grab attention as well.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
the point is that you can schedule a ton of posts really quickly on here, especially if you have some templates already to go. AI just helps,
Mm.
especially with the text prompting of that. It saves a ton of time on that side. Imagery, again, is a work in progress, but sometimes we get some really cool images. So something worth trying. But overall, this is something you could post on all their platforms every single day of the month. It probably would take you 15 to 30 minutes to schedule all the posts for the month for them, and you could charge 200 bucks a month for something like that.
For
So,
sure.
go ahead.
Really easy to reschedule as well. And if you're selling this just as a product to someone, once you tell them that, hey, you can post on all of your social media platforms at the same time without ever actually going on to the social media platform, they will already be so excited. But once they see that it's literally like drag and click and it's very easy to use, it's very user friendly, they're really going to like it. If you want to maximize your profits, and do it as a service, just know that this is going to be very easy for you to fulfill as well.
And if at some point you want to just go the whole SaaS mode, like only offer it as a software, you can
Mhm.
downsell them and say, you know what, it's really easy to do in our system. If you want to do it yourself, it's just 97 bucks a month, or it's 147 a month with the content, or whatever you want to do, where you don't even have to deliver the service for them, and they can still access your software and keep paying you.
Yeah, and I think that's what we did. We knew that we weren't married to this particular business, not because there's anything wrong with it. Social media marketing is a fantastic business. We just knew that we wanted to see all the different things that High Level could do, and we were excited about other things. But we knew that this is where we needed to start. So instead of over promising a long commitment on we will post for you for a long term or getting a year contract or anything like that, we knew that we wanted an exit strategy and an exit plan to pivot and do other things. So what we did was we found our first few clients and charged as much as possible by saying that we will post for you. We will do it for you for like 3 months. And then after that, if you want to continue, we can show you how to use it. It's very easy and we can drop you down to 97. But what we did was we spent the 3 months learning missed call text back and the reviews and all these other things that we wanted to learn. And then when it was time for them to be like, oh, yeah, you got to do it yourself, we said, you can do it for yourself. This is very easy if you want to continue to use this. But we also noticed that you don't have a lot of reviews. We can post this on your thing. You're missing a lot of calls because these real estate agents, they're like a perfect prototype because when you're out with a client, you can't answer the phone, right? So any service provider like that needs that missed call text back. So that's what we did, and that was our strategy to keep them as a client, but to offer them different features.
It's a very easy, understandable service that business owners need. And you on the delivery side, it makes it really easy. If you had to manually log into their Facebook account and their Instagram account, and all these different things, it would not be worth it for 200 bucks a
Mm-mm.
month for you or for them, because it's gonna take you a long time to deliver that. But this again, you can deliver in 15, 30 minutes max for the month. And I think it's just an easy no-brainer service. So we've offered that to you guys in the past in other videos, and we'll link that down below. Cool.
Awesome.
So let's get into number.
What we got next? Number three, my favorite number. Websites and website chat widget with the lead connector, of course.
Yeah.
You guys love this. I don't think this one needs any introduction,
Yeah, we've talked
but
about this on so many videos, so we'll probably have multiple links down below. But basically, you can provide any business a website with high level, especially local businesses that don't have a ton of pages. You can generate these things in seconds with a few clicks, just doing like, let's do a website instead of a funnel here. So, websites, this is over in your site setting. You can do new website, and then you go to templates here, hit continue, and you'll see a huge list of potential templates that you can use for any industry. And any of these can be editable for another industry. So even if it's not for a roofer and that's who you're dealing with, then you can change these sites around. But typically you'll find something right out of the box that is really easy. So
mm,
let's just say,
I really wish
uh,
that we had this when I was doing my own website on WordPress or Wix or anything like that, because it's such a game changer. Anybody now can offer a website service and they're beautiful and there's so much of it is already done for you, especially if you find a common template. And if you come across and you don't have your niche, there's not a template for your niche, all you have to do is just find the colors that you like that are going to anything to save you time, because we can show you that you can again use the AI within the platform to do all your copywriting for you. So this is fantastic. We have a whole playlist on websites that I will link down below for you.
Yeah, I'm just going to build this really quickly just so you can see how quickly this thing gets built.
Is it possible to see
Let me
more
just
of the screen?
I'm trying to get it
There
here.
you
There we
go.
go.
That's nice.
So within a matter of seconds, this thing goes out, builds the site, it refreshes the screen. So, and you've seen this on our past videos, but literally now we have a 4 or 5 page law website that's about to pop up on the screen. And we can go in and just edit logos, edit some colors, edit the phone numbers. And once we do that, then we can ship that out to the client and connect their domain, and it's going to be great.
Yeah. It's very minimal work that you have to do to make this thing acceptable in order to just send it out and present it to someone as a, like, here, look, I started a website for you. It just already looks so developed, right? That you literally go in, change the logo to their logo, put in their phone number, their address, that that stuff is just like, "Oh, wow." That's enough for them to imagine what it could be.
Right. And if you are worried that you don't know tech, you don't know design, these things are already pretty much built for you. And a lot of times, what used to happen is they had that like Latin or Greek, I guess it was Latin, like lorem
Mhm,
ipsum language in here, or
mhm.
maybe it was fake language. I don't know what that is essentially. But
Yeah,
now
I
they've
think it
started
is
filling
Latin.
in, yeah, now they've started filling in a lot of the stuff, which you can again edit with AI and make even better if you want to. But this right out of the box looks pretty legit, you
That's
know.
probably what the attorney looks like. Just kidding.
Exactly. Exactly. So, and most local businesses don't need like 50-page websites. They just need like an about us, how to contact us, a little bit about the firm or whatever, some reviews down here, and you're done. So, a way to
So
book
if
an
you go
appointment.
back to the reviews for me for a second, I have questions about this. So you can see the Latin lorem ipsum or whatever there, right? For these images that they use for reviews, let's say that you're working with a client and they're just starting out and they want to put, or they have somebody who's willing to do a review for them. They want to remain anonymous. They don't want their picture up there. Are these pictures for use? Like, it's very confusing to me what people get away with, what they can get away with, what is, and I'm not talking about morally or, but I'm just legally, and honestly, like, are these real people? Because there are websites that we know of where you go to and it's like, these are not real people. And it's literally just a database of AI generated humans. Everybody's so much more aware of this now, but like, are these real people?
Yeah, so these are, I'm assuming, stock photos that you would go in and swap out with an actual client photo if they're willing to do it, or you can just remove the image if you don't want that part. And you put the Google reviews thing back up here and put the review there.
Okay.
That's how that works. But yeah, it's really easy to replace those if you need to.
But are
Yeah,
they real people?
probably not.
It's such a crazy world. All right. So, websites and website chat widget. This is something that is definitely a game changer with AI, but we're showing you the basic website widget and how this thing is going to be explosive.
Yeah. So if the business doesn't have a website, you can do what I just showed you, build them a website, add the chat widget. If they do have a website, they're still probably missing out on a lot of leads because they don't have chat built into their site. So we'll show you how to add a chat widget really easily, and then that business alone, you can generate a lot of new leads for them, or at least capture a lot of the business they're already getting because some people are going to their website, not filling anything out, and leaving, and they never knew the person was there. So all we have
Absolutely.
to go
Just
ahead.
want to add to that. A lot of people, you might come across somebody who's like, "Oh, I don't want the website widget because someone is messaging me and then we don't get back to them until it's too late." And my response to that would be, "Well, at least you'd be able to track the traffic that actually comes to your website, which is
Right.
totally necessary for you as the agency, right? To be like, well, we need to put it up there to see if this thing is, to see if it's worth you having AI, because everyone will have this soon, right? To see like how many people, how many leads are you really losing? Because right now they don't know that. If they don't have a website widget, they have no idea how much traffic is coming in or who had a question when they did come to the website. Was it just an instance or a situation where if you could have just answered this one question I had, then I would have booked an appointment, using your website. But because there was no one to talk to, and they can get feedback on what customers are coming to their website for and what questions they have. So this is a very telling thing that everyone needs in order to track.
Yeah, I totally agree. And it's super easy to install too. So if they have a website that you've built for them, this is the work that's involved. You tap this on,
Ooh, watch. Oh my God. Are you
hit
okay?
save. I
Are you
know
okay?
I need to take a
It's
break.
so hard.
I'll bring you back to the site. You'll see that we have a chat widget down on the bottom that you can engage with. It's obviously editable. You can change photos and whatever it says.
She's gonna
But
wear my sweater. I just thought about this.
oh yeah, you're the new chat lady.
I'm the
Is that
chat
you?
lady. Look at it. It's me. Hi there. Have any questions?
But you could
So
put
you
the
can change.
lawyer's picture here or whoever, or just their
You
logo
keep
if
my
you want.
picture. It's fine.
You can change what this says. If somebody is coming back to the website after leaving a question in the past, it'll say, "Hi, Jason, and how can we help you today?" So it remembers who has shown up that tracks those things. So all that stuff is really cool and such a simple thing. And something we haven't talked about in past videos because it's a new feature is this can now turn into live chat. So if they do have somebody that's monitoring the chat, or we'll talk about AI a little bit later, but this can turn into a real instant conversation right here instead of what normally happens. Somebody fills out the form and then somebody at the law office has to respond to them. Even though it's great that they've captured it, sometimes if they don't have good systems, that can still turn into a leaky bucket where they're losing these leads. But with live
Mhm.
chat and with AI, which we'll talk about again later, you can really start converting some leads for them here.
Yep.
Cool.
It's awesome.
All right, let's get back to our list and see what's next.
Number 4, payments. Da-da-da. That's the sound of coins, jackpot at the casino. Invoices and tap to pay, plus reviews, plus the lead connector. Show people how you can pay them faster, Jason.
Yeah, so when you are helping somebody collect payments, it becomes a crucial part of their business. So if you can do that at scale, you can show them how to get money by sending out invoices. And we'll show you a little bit about tap to pay in a moment. That is a great way for people that are on the go to collect money wherever they are. So that becomes now their revenue source. How do they exchange money? Like if I didn't have Stripe and I couldn't collect money for some reason, I would be out of business because I can't exchange money. So we need to be a crucial part of that payment process if we can, and then it becomes even more sticky for us. So I'll show you
Absolutely.
in a moment. Let me get that screen pulled up and I'll show you how to do it. All right. So first, I'll show you the tap to pay side because that I already have ready to go here. And this, again, is only on the mobile app, on the lead connector app that we talked about before. So I can't show you a demo here other than screenshots, but it works really well. So basically, picture a tree service that's out on a property and they did a job, but the job took longer than they expected, or the homeowner on site said, "Hey, could you do this tree as well?" And they didn't agree to a payment up front, and they need to add another $1,000 to the job. Sometimes that's hard to do when you're out there in the field. So with here, they would just put $2,000 in the app on their phone, punch $2,000, hit charge. It'll load connecting to their reader on their phone. They can even ask the customer if they want to leave a tip on top of that or not. And then as soon as this little icon pops up, they literally just hold their phone out. The person can tap their credit card on it, and that payment will then process, and that money gets exchanged over to the tree service person right there on the spot, so they can collect money. Any other good ideas you can think of for types of businesses that could use this service, Juanita?
Absolutely. I think as of course, like we've talked before at farmers market, anything where it's even a side hustle to where you're collecting payment and you don't want to use Venmo, you don't want to use Zelle, that kind of thing. But I used to have an acting taping service for actors for their auditions. And like Jason said, sometimes their time would go over. And so they would owe a little extra. That was a way because they prepaid for their appointment, right? But now, even like walk ins, anything like that, or if they go over, then they can pay me immediately there. Also, merchants who require a deposit down, if, hey, if you give me a deposit right now and I can hold this for you and then I can invoice invoice you later or anything like that. But really, any service that comes out, any emergency services, tree cutters when there's hurricanes and storms, anything where it's just on a whim, where I look across the street and I see Mr. Jones's yard is impeccable and we just moved in, or our lawn person left on vacation or something, then you can go over there and they can collect payment like so easily. When people, I know that a lot of entrepreneurs like in the fashion world, when you go and you have like a trunk show and you're just showing up at a store, a lot of times people would have their merchandise on them, but they would have to use their you remember the Square card, right? And sometimes people have their merchandise, but they don't have their Square card. And so then they can't take payment, right? But everybody has their phone.
Right.
So anytime that you can help someone get paid easier and quicker, and you can make it as easy as possible for you to get paid is a great thing.
Well, I'll show you the invoices side because we talked about the tap to pay, which again is really convenient out in the field. But if you are someone who's sending a structured invoice, like we're going to bid on a job and now the person has agreed to the job, it's $5,000. You can send an invoice directly in here and get paid. It sends a link via text message and via email, and it's really easy for them to complete. So I'll just show you a basic sense in here. They can do this on their phone as well. They can send an invoice directly from the phone.
For the tap to pay, after they pay, where does that transaction show up? Does it show up in Lead Connector in your conversations as well?
Yeah.
Okay, and is a receipt automatically sent out
Yes, it is.
to
You
the
have to there's a setting in here where you have to add to have it automatically send receipts, but when you do, then it goes out instantly.
okay.
So here, if you have a product, like maybe it's a traditional thing where you're going to have a certain price every time you send the invoice out, you can have a product already set up in here. If it's new though, you can just set up here and just say tree service, $500, service, service, $500, add new item, and it will add it here. And then if we hit send, it will ask us what contact we want to send it out to. Oh, actually, we have to add the client that we're going to attach here. If I have a test in here, either way, once we have it, you'll have your client saved in here. You can just hit send and it will send a text message and an email directly out to them. So it makes it
Nice.
really easy to collect payments, and you can set up recurring invoices. So maybe it's every month you want to bill a client and have them pay. Some corporate structures want you to send an invoice and then their accounting department pays you versus having like an auto bill thing. So all those things you and your clients can use this for.
Yeah, but I just want to encourage you all to always take an auto bill, take an automatic payment. Don't wait for someone to pay you, especially in the agency world. Just when at all costs avoid these invoices and get paid monthly on an automated basis before you do the work.
Yeah, I totally agree. If there's a way to get recurring payments automated, that's much easier. Sometimes you'll just face a scenario where you have to do an invoice because that's just the way their situation is, or if you want to accept that. But yeah, if you can get recurring payments, that's the best way to do it. All right, let's look at
Number 5,
easy
easy
ads.
ads.
So easy
We love
ads,
this.
it's something that we've offered multiple times in the past, and it's always been a successful offer and it generates results. If there's something I can stand behind, it is this. And what easy ads is, we use a company called UpX. I'm going to show you all their information in a moment. But basically, what it does is it gives you the ability to either you or your clients can set up a Facebook and a Google ad within just a few clicks. It usually takes less than a minute or two to launch an ad directly on those platforms. And it just makes life so much easier for you if you're running ads for somebody, or for a customer, if you just want them to do it themselves, they can now have the power to run their own ads on your platform without you having to even be there. So it makes it so much easier for both of you.
And it really is easy. Remember when we
Yeah.
were like, you can really sell a social media planner just by telling someone they don't have to go on to social media and they can just post it that easy? This is what easy ads is to Facebook ads. and it's fantastic. Like, you're about to see it and you're gonna be like, "What else do I have to do?" We're gonna be like, "Nothing." It's that easy, and they really work. These are like they're definitely qualified ads, tested, proven to work. We've used them ourselves for our own business as well as other clients, and they work. And then it's just up to the client to actually follow up and follow through with those leads. But the power of high level is that you can offer to follow up and nurture those leads for them. So you can get them these leads, and then you can also nurture and convert these leads for them. And that's when you become really powerful. And just my advice is easy ads is so easy to use, and if your client that you are selling lead generation to, if they have ever tried to do a Facebook ad themselves, they want you to do this for them. And you never even have to let them know that this is so easy. You know what I mean? You can just generate great ads for them and generate leads, and they will never need to know about easy ads. This can be your easy ad little secret. It is fantastic for your agency. So if you're generating leads, you're nurturing leads, this is something that we highly recommend that you take advantage of, and your clients will be impressed and they never have to know how easy it was for you.
I think that's a great point, and one of the big things that happen is sometimes you're offering this as a way that they can run the ads themselves, and then they're like, "You know what? I know this is easy, but could you just do this for me?" And you're literally doing the same process that takes less than a minute to do, but you can charge a few $100 more per month just for the fact that you're doing it versus them. So, I'll show
Yeah.
you. Go ahead.
Because there's 2 sides of this coin, right? Like, one, as an agency, you're always the struggle is that when you do succeed for your clients, a lot of times you'll get them results and then they fire you, right? Because they're like, "Oh, well, now we have the leads or now we have the results, so we don't need you anymore," right? And that's why high level is so potent and so important to have as an agency, is because you are high level. You are the system, you are the software, you are providing these services, right? So if it were me, I would not sell easy ads as a product. I would sell Facebook advertising as a service. And I would just I would use easy ads and make it really simple on me. It's really effective. And that just makes for a stickier client. That's just my strategy. Jason, I'm sure you might
Yeah.
have something, a
Yeah, I
new
think
angle to look at it from.
Well, I think that's a good way to start too, because you can collect a lot more money. And then if someone's ever saying we just can't afford this for whatever reason, then you can say, you know what, we also have a done do it yourself option where I'll show you step by step how to do this for $300 a month. You can run the ads yourself and
They
I'll
still
show you
have to have
how
high
easy it is.
level.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and that's the beauty of high level, right? Because then without high level, you would be done. They'd be like, "Oh, we can't afford you. We're just gonna run these ads ourselves," okay? And then you're like, "Oh, man, okay, well, great. Good luck to you," right? But with this, if they say that, then they still need high level
Right.
to do it the easy way.
Exactly. Let me walk you through how easy it is actually, and we just call it easy ads. That's something that we've been calling it, but
Oh, that's true.
it's really you can call it whatever you want. I have a little tab here on our side here. So this is a white
But it's
label
really called UpX.
UpX,
Right?
yeah, and
We need to just call it
yeah,
UpX from here on out because this is
yeah.
something that you can get.
Yeah, those a link down below. You can get a 14-day free trial of this. So this is a great thing too because you can literally start getting clients before you have to pay for the service, just like High Level. So it's a great 1-2 combo there. Get High Level, get X with the link down below, and you'll get a 14-day free trial. But then you get to white label UpX inside of your dashboard. So it's just a little tab down here. Put a little magnet to like a lead magnet, basically. And then once you go in, you'll do this with a client on the phone. They'll connect their Facebook account, which takes just a few clicks. Once that's done, you never have to log into Facebook ever again if you don't want to. And
Dang.
all they do to launch a new campaign is they hit launch new campaign, or you will do this yourselves. You can pick Google ads or Facebook ads or both. We're going to do Facebook for this one. And then this particular account, I only have real estate ads in, but I'm going to show you the library of all of the template ads they have. So you just click through, find the ad that you want, and you can put your own templates in here too, like maybe something that works really well, or you want to try it, or you've generated something with AI. You can build your own ad in here that's a template for all of your clients as well. And then we'll just pick one here. Let's see. Down payment assistance. That's a cool one. Or let's home buyer webinar. Let's see. Let's do that. So choose this template. You pick the location that you want to run it in. So let's do New Orleans. Daily budget, 20 bucks. You put your website there.
This is where you want to send them to.
Yeah. And then you can expand if you want to. You can get even more detailed with targeting and things. But if you already know, like, I just want to target everybody in New Orleans and 15-mile radius, then you can just literally hit launch campaign and it will go out and start launching the campaign. So it says created successfully. It's going to go out, just say 45 minutes creating the ad. And that ad is now within about 5 minutes, it'll be live on Facebook and start pulling in leads. There's a little bit more you have to do inside of HighLevel, like mapping some fields. But for the most part, the ad's done. You'll start seeing leads in your dashboard, usually within a few hours.
It's
So
awesome.
I'll bring you back over to UpX now and show you the template library. And inside of your dashboard, inside of your little, I have it under easy ads, people can turn on and off their ads. They can pause them. They can see the results of them, how many leads, and you can monitor too. So over all your clients, say you have 30 dentists that you're running ads for, you can see which ads are performing the best. You can then turn off ads that aren't working and then put the ads that are working best for all of your clients. So you get like a overall holistic view of like, oh, these ads work great. These ads aren't doing great. It just gives you a really good way to make sure you're delivering the best for your clients.
Awesome.
So there's all kinds of different categories in here. If you want to just see like medical, if you're running ads in there, there's acupuncture, chiropractor, dental, mental health. And then underneath each of these categories is a bunch of ads, just like I showed you in the real estate space. And if you want to import all of these, you can. If you just want to focus on one or two niches, you can do that as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
So this is fantastic, especially for if you're promising, you're starting out, you have a website for someone that you're building and you're telling them you're going to get them leads and you're just starting out and you need to make sure that you're helping this business, right? That they see that they're getting leads, right? This is just something that I would just go ahead and use at first and purchase and spend the money getting someone, making sure that I'm getting someone leads and then showing them how that I can manage those leads for them using whatever I'm using, whether it's the website widget, whether it's conversational AI inside the chat, if I'm doing a rank and rent website, anything like that, where it's like if I feel like I'm offering a service where I can really nurture and take care of leads and that's what I'm offering, then I might be dealing with a lot of customers at first who aren't getting a lot of leads. You know what I mean? So this is always a way to just make sure that you are successful and you're showing them what that your relationship will be like on both ends when they are successful, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. If you are coming across somebody who is already getting leads, then a lot of the other services we've already talked about will work well. And then if somebody's like, I need to generate more leads, like I'm not getting any traffic to my site or any of those things, then plug in the easy ad system and or the UpX system, and you
UpX,
can
UpX,
start
UpX.
generating some leads for them really easily, and then start adding on the missed call text back and the things because now they actually have some business to miss the call from and text them
Mhm.
back. So
Yeah.
it's a great additional thing. But I think the point of all of this is there are so many micro businesses you can do, and we're going to show you what I think is probably one of the best combos that is going to be in the next 12 months or so. I think the UpX plus this will be a game changer for a lot of businesses. So what number 6
Dun, 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 dun.
is
Database reactivation plus AI chatbot.
so what database reactivation is in a nutshell is you can make an offer to a business owner that says, "Hey, do you have any old leads that maybe showed some interest but just ghosted you? They disappeared. You never ended up closing in your database, or on a spreadsheet or just anywhere that you've collected leads, most business owners do have this sort of list. Or it could be even not that they didn't do business with, but it could be like maybe it was a boxing gym and they have a
Mhm.
list of people that used to be a member of their service, but now they aren't. And it's right around the new year. So they want to send out a promotion to those people to get them to come back in the gym. So that could be another way to
Mhm.
reactivate a database. But basically, what you do then is you get that database from them, upload it to your high level system, and then you can send an email or a text message out to those people and offer some kind of promotion to get them to raise their hand back and say, yes, I'm interested in coming back into the boxing gym, or yes, I want free teeth whitening, or whatever that particular client is willing to offer, or just shake the tree loose and say, maybe it's a real estate client. Hey, have you bought a house yet? Simple question. If it's
Mhm.
no, then, well, let's jump on a call and see what you can do this year. If it's yes, then they can remove them from their database or at least put them in a inactive thing so they don't keep following up with them right now.
Yeah, and,
But
you know, even with, like, real estate agents, it's very common practice to hit someone up 7 years later and say, "Hey, it's been a while. Do you know anyone buying or selling a home or that needs to buy or sell a home?" Because things have changed, right? Kids have graduated, maybe they've become empty nesters. So, but this is huge in gyms or any service industry where it's like dentist or anything where somebody further down the line in these established businesses that have been in business for a while, they've developed a long list, whether it's emails or phone numbers, and that is just sitting there waiting to be reactivated, waiting to live again. These are people that these are a list of people, most likely, where they've already said yes to the business once in their lifetime. Gyms work so well because people fall off, right? Like they join a gym, they're super motivated, and then they fall off, and it's been a year or two. It's like, "Hey, Sally, time to get back into the swing of things," right?
right.
And Sally most likely hasn't moved, and the gym is still right around the corner, and she's just been waiting for someone to invite her back, you
Yep.
know?
I think all those are great, and it's something that they don't have to spend money on ads just yet. They probably have a database, so it's a great offer to come in the front door and say, "Hey, can we get a list of your database? We'll send a promotion out to them, and then we'll get you some money coming in, and then that'll be a flat fee of X, and then we can talk about ongoing service if you want to keep this going. But at least let's get you some money flowing into your business first." So a
Mm.
lot of different ways you can structure that offer, but I love that idea. But then inherently becomes you create a problem, which is a good problem, but you have now created a lead flow to come in, and sometimes it's a big influx of leads all at once. And so this kind of combination of adding a chatbot in addition to that is, I think, really powerful because you can now have the leads coming in and a chatbot scheduling appointments for those people, delivering them on a silver platter to your client. It's going to blow them away with how well this was done with leads they thought were dead or they were never going to hear from again.
That's what we
Yeah,
actually did. We used it with our high level, right? Just reaching out to people saying, because Jason built a bot, and we were like, "Hey, will you try this thing out for us?" And in return, like, we'd love to answer some of your questions that we don't necessarily get to, right? So this is just so powerful for anyone, especially in customer service or anything like that, where imagine if like somebody has a question and you are busy doing your practice, your work, and just by them having that one question, that chatbot can then turn that question into an answer, but also an offer.
right,
Or also, hey, sign up for a loyalty program. Hey, did you know about our 20% off sale? Hey, looks like you're due for cleaning. Hey, would you like to just come in and get a free consultation? You know what I mean? It's really powerful. And this thing is working for you 24/7, 365. It's never going to sleep. It's never going to get emotional. It's never going to get tired. It's going to say everything that you want it to say and do. And that's super powerful. And then all of your great employees that have been having to stop being great at what they're doing, what they're really great at, and what really moves the needle, they no longer have to answer the phone or man the calls or sit by the inbox. So it's just going to be a win for everyone.
so we've talked about this on a past video, but they are there are several different ways that you can run a chatbot. You can build one custom. You can use what High Level has built in, which is newer conversational AI that books appointments, which can work really well. We've really enjoyed working with this one, CloseBot, which we'll have a link down below as well. You can get 20% off. There'll be a coupon code and everything down there as well, and get a free trial. But this allows you to set up structured tasks that the bot does. So maybe this particular bot that you're sending out, the way it would work is you would send a text message broadcast out from High Level, and then any of those people that respond, this particular bot would know that they were part of that promotion that you just sent out. So then they can talk to them in a certain way, saying, "Oh yeah, you're responding to our offer about 20% off the first month of boxing," or whatever it is. So it knows what the conversation is back and forth, and it say, "All right, well, let's book you for your first class. Here's our available time slots," and it can book them on the calendar, or it can give them the coupon code to bring into the gym, or whatever it is. But that bot, because you can have multiple bots, it knows exactly what its task is for that particular campaign.
So it's literally like you're training one employee to do one job really well, right? And which is what we're telling you if you're starting out in high level or if you are already running a great agency, most likely you are a specialist and not a generalist, right? People trust you more when you specialize in something. So if they are talking to someone about you assign this one job, you only got one job and all you got to do is do this really well. And I want you to do it exactly the way that I would like for you to do it. Now that's possible. And so you can train this one bot to do that one thing exceptionally well and provide excellent service to that customer or that client. So it's awesome. And
Yeah.
customer service it's a huge problem these days. We have a lot of people. I know that there is like a moral this is controversial, okay, because a lot of people with AI, and it should be, okay, it should be, there are dangers to AI, but we have a lot of people in society, not everyone, but we have a lot of people who have jobs who don't like their jobs, don't want their jobs, right? And it shows. And customer service has really taken a hit. And these huge corporations are already using foreign help, which there's nothing wrong with that, but in a on a communications level, there's a language barrier to begin with, right? So that hurts people, especially when your one job is to communicate, right? So we're already seeing so much struggle and it's hurting businesses. Jason and I go out to eat and it's like, what are we doing? Because we're spending triple than what we would have to spend if we just bought this stuff and made it ourselves, right? But we're paying for that service. We're paying for an experience. And in the future, as we can customize, we have so much more control now as entrepreneurs and business owners in that experience that we're providing to our clients and our customers, that this it's going to really level up the quality of the experience and the service provided. So hopefully you can look at it that way, and your best employees, they will just be still doing great things, but I'm sure there are things that they can be doing that on a human level is meant for a human to be doing, right? A personal connection, coming in and really talking to someone who really knows how to talk to people and connect with them, right? Because sales are emotional, but are booking appointments emotional? I know I'm going on a tangent, but what I'm trying to convey is that I do think that we will even out the playing field and these bots will do the jobs that humans don't necessarily need to be doing in the first place.
No, I agree. And I think there's going to be a place for people working in different structures, but I think that there's a lot of tasks that can be automated so that people can do more fulfilling types of jobs and things that they want to do, and give a better customer service experience because they have more
Mm.
time. Sometimes it's purely because they're stressed out because they've been nonstop answering the same question over and over again, that an AI bot could answer or could get somebody booked on a call. And then now all those people are freed up to, when someone comes in for their appointment, it you have a great day and you're like welcoming them into the spot or whatever it is. There are other roles that people can find in a corporation to do
And
so.
And on a smaller scale, for all of us solopreneurs, there are so many things now that one person can do to run a business portably because of AI, because of technology, right? So this is also going to level the playing field of for startups who cannot afford to hire several employees. There are going to go automations that you can provide to them or that they can use high level for to really run a business successfully because of this technology.
And there is something that I haven't even shown you, Anita. I just realized. And so I'm going to show you guys all something that also sets these things apart when you're incorporating them into a business. And when you show this to a business owner and show them an additional way that they can capture leads through this, it's going to open up a lot of eyes. So let me show you this screen here. This is just a demo bot
Exciting.
here. And so this one is for real estate investing. I'm just going to say, I need to sell my house. It's going to respond to me in a moment, but that's not the crazy part. I'm going to show you another reason why these are so powerful in just a moment. So most businesses have some sort of chat. If they do have any chat, they have some form of communication, right? But the person that's responding, not only can they only manage one conversation at a time, but they also typically, at least in the US, a lot of people only speak one language, or some people are multilingual, but doesn't guarantee that you're going to have that person there. So, what if you come across somebody that
Uh,
needs, I'm not sure how to, is it English?
Espanol.
Yeah, there
No,
we go.
you want to
Oh,
do it
that's what yeah, thank you, thank you. I took Spanish for 4 years, and
ESP.
I got it.
Okay.
It just was frozen. So, watch this. So say if there were other languages I could type in here, it would respond accordingly. Let's just see what we get.
I like that loose, informal conversation. Gotcha. Looking to move soon or just testing the waters?
Mhm.
Man, I need this for my Facebook marketplace. I'm always going to translate.
Right. Might not have put it in all the way. Let's see. There we go.
Doesn't question mark come in the beginning?
Probably. Those of you who are
You
Spanish
took
speakers
Spanish.
feel free to make fun of me.
I know. I'm so ashamed that I should have retained so much more Spanish.
All right, chat bot is coming.
Okay.
Says I think it says I believe you want to. I understand you want to speak in Spanish.
What is silver?
Vend casa. I'm assuming that means sell your house.
Do
So
you want to talk about selling your house in
yeah. Oh
Spanish?
yeah, yeah. Yes. There you go.
Well, actually, no, not any further. We don't know.
But the point is you can convert basic
That's amazing.
conversations here into booked appointments, and then you'll see that the conversation converted into that language and can have someone ready to continue that conversation once somebody comes in their preferred language that they're comfortable speaking. So,
That's
um,
fantastic. Now, is this something that is okay? For one, so there are two questions. Is this something that Closebot exclusively offers, or is this pretty typical?
typical
Um,
for chat to be able
okay.
to switch multilingual, but that combined with Closebot, because we can do specific jobs based on a database reactivation or a certain task. That's why right now we're currently using Closebot instead. At some point, maybe high level will be at a level where we really want to use it for our business, but we've demoed it. It's great for starting out. If you just want to do the basic like booking calendars, totally use it. It's well worth it, better than not doing anything. We just really like Closebot because of the flexibility that they have.
Yeah, awesome. And they also have fantastic customer service. So, actually, two more questions. Is it every language? Does it know every language?
Probably I could look at another language to put in. Do you want me to try
No,
a
you
different
don't have
language?
to. I'm sure it knows several languages. I just didn't know if there were certain languages. And then my other question would be on our end, if we're not Spanish speaking or Korean or whatnot, they're talking to the bot in that language. But then when we receive it on our end in our conversations, is it very easy to translate? Is there a translate button where we
There's not. That's a good idea. They don't have that, but we could just take
okay,
that conversation and put
Google
it
it,
into like
Google
Google
Translate?
Translate or something, and
True.
get to the bottom of it, so at least we know the gist, and then get a native speaker to that language to converse with them when they come in.
Yeah, exactly. All right, that's awesome. I love
Yeah,
that. That is so
yeah,
cool.
cool. Well, let's get into our fun here
Final
now.
countdown number 7. What is it about 7 that is so magical? And that is the high level affiliate.
So we have been proudly supporting and promoting High Level for many months now. It truly is the best software for local and small businesses, and they're quickly getting into the creator space and the e-commerce space, and they're really taking over every industry. If you need funnels, if you need anything, we are proud to promote it. And because of that, they also have a great affiliate program. You get 40% commission on anything that people that sign up using your link spend with High Level, whether it's the $97 plan or the $497 plan. You, on a recurring basis, get 40% of that. It doesn't cost the person any more money, but you get to keep a portion of that for recommending High Level to that person. So
Mhm.
it's a phenomenal program. It's developed a significant income for us and only growing every single month. Thank you to all of you who are
Thanks to you.
using our link. But also, if you've used our link to sign up, you can start promoting it as well and just make YouTube content or whatever you're comfortable making, promoting it, and build a great business out of just that side too.
Absolutely. Or if you already have a great email list or you work with a lot of people and you find in your business, maybe being a high level affiliate isn't your top priority, right? But it's a fantastic side hustle or just something that since you're already using it, you can just throw at somebody else who has a certain need for it, right? If you're a real estate agent and you're using it as a CRM and you're using Easy Ads or excuse me, UpX, you're using it, you love the platform, and you're just using it for your business, you can just recommend it to someone else. And then you're getting 40%. And it's also two tiers, right, Jason?
Yep. So you get 40%, and then anybody that signs up under you, or those of you who have used our link to sign up and you want to start promoting it, I believe we get 5 or 10% of that as well. So
I think it's
still keep your
five.
40. Yeah, you keep your 40 and we get 5%. So High Level ends up keeping 55% of it after that. But what I do recommend people do is if you're just starting out, you can still promote it. Just don't pretend like you're an expert on all things and you have this massive agency. Just say, I'm learning this, how to build websites today. So here's what I'm going to do. And you go through step by step your learning process, documenting that. And then if people use your link, not only are you going to teach yourself this, but if you do it in public, then you can benefit potentially by someone using your link to sign up. So,
Yeah, absolutely. Because you certainly don't need to be an expert to promote high level because high level can do so many things and that's like the whole point of this video, right? You just got to get great at doing one thing. Maybe you start off being a social media manager and your buddy says, "Man, what are you doing? Like as this side hustle, it seems like it's going really well." And you're like, "Oh, well, I'm a social media manager now. Well, how do I do that?" Well, you just get this platform called High Level, and then I can show you, right? Like, and that's all you're showing them because you're always going to be an expert at whatever you're really doing. You know what I mean?
yep.
As far as like, you might not be an expert social media manager, but you can show somebody exactly what you are doing using High Level. And there's so many different things. Like, Jason and I find different interests as far as just like with us doing this content because high level can do so much and we're always talking about like today we're talking about like websites, today we're talking about reviews or whatever, and you see what people are actually interested in. So there's really something for everyone. It doesn't mean that you have to service everyone, but just the more that you use high level and you love it, you will genuinely be able to be a fantastic spokesperson for it if you so choose. And Jason, this is also something that you can do at every level, correct? Like if I am on the starter plan, this is something we definitely recommend. Like Jason says, don't go acting like a high level expert if you're on the starter plan and you're just starting out, right? But on every single level, you can be an affiliate and you will
Yep.
either receive the 40% or the 5%. So
And
it's
you
just
don't
a
have to,
fantastic little bump.
yeah, you don't technically have to have any.
Oh, you don't technically even have to have a screen. You still there? Uh-oh. I see your background. There he is. Nothing can stop us now. We
Um,
almost got through a whole video without tech difficulty.
And technically, you don't need to be a member of High Level at all, but you should because then you're going to have to use your software to demo it and show it. So it just makes it more authentic. But I don't think they can require you to be one. But you should at least have the starter plan just so you can walk through different setups and actually learn it because it's a phenomenal software anyway. So you might as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Just yeah, you can do what you want, but everything that we are an affiliate for, we're using. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Or we have used in the past and we really know how it works. We really believe in it. So it's easy to sell when it's that way.
So if you are watching this and you want to sign up for High Level, you can go to ghlfree.com. There's a link down below. It'll bring you to a page that looks like this, and you'll be able to sign up
Aha.
for a 30-day free trial. At any point, if you want to downgrade, you can, but this is for the bells, all the bells and whistles, so you can really try everything out and then figure out what plan you want to be on. And then let's do a little recap here of what we covered today, just to make sure. So step one was, or I guess business option number one is missed call text back, Google Chat, and Lead Connector. Um,
Which is pretty simple to learn how to do and set up, right? So you can get on your feet really fast.
Then the social media marketing, we talked to you about how to use that tool to set people up. You can go on Canva or Etsy, find some templates, or there's some already built into High Level. You can get some from your clients. It's just a good foot in the door strategy that doesn't require a lot of explanation. Every business owner knows what that is. So it's not super techy or anything. And you can do one of two things. You can offer it as a service and then eventually downgrade to them doing it themselves. If you just want them to use your tool, that's a way to do it as well.
Nice. Number
Number
3,
three,
websites with the website chat widget and the lead connector. These are so hot. We really don't need to explain what this is for you. There's so many people watch these videos. Jason also goes into how you find potential clients who people who need websites. He goes through the whole prospecting strategy that we use and then how easy it is to actually just get the website set up enough to present it to someone and then to fulfill it. We have a whole step-by-step video. A lot of you have already seen it, but it really is just like step by step what we do. And everyone needs a website. A lot of people need better websites. And now with the website widget, the chat widget, and with AI, chat, this is going to be the next level. This is the thing that everybody will want and need. And this is a huge opportunity for all of us.
number four is payments, invoices, and tap to pay plus reviews. So again, we talked about if you can ever be the point of sale for someone, meaning you helping them collect money into their business, and then ultimately, once they've collected that money, you help them go and get reviews from that. Which there's a whole review builder in here. You can blast reviews out every time they've issued a payment. You can have a review automation go out. That's a way to really have a 1-2 punch, help them collect the money and help them get more reviews from the people that they just collected money from. It's just a perfect scenario there.
Yeah, absolutely. I see this a lot in coffee shops and it's so smart. And that's why I wanted to add the reviews to the payments. It's like right after you pay, it's like, hey, how'd we do? And it's like a star system, right? So I give them 5 stars. Would you like to leave a comment for your review? You can join our promotional partnership plan or something, or get $1 off the next time that, and just by leaving us a review, because most people are more apt to actually leave you a review right after service. Like, you don't want to be like, let them go about their day. And then, like, hey, by the way, Bob, I know I just gave you a massage 5 hours ago, but like, can you leave me a review? And now Bob is getting ready to eat dinner or whatever. You know what I
Right.
mean? So, this is a good 1-2 punch.
Number five.
Nope. X, which Jason and I obviously call easy ads. I feel like we've named it like a food, like mac and cheese or something. Easy ads.
Yep.
It's fantastic. This is like if you want to get leads and run ads for businesses using Facebook or Google, it's a fantastic business. This is not going out of style. People still want it, need it, got to have it. You should use it for your own business, right? For your agency. So knowing how to do this and knowing in the back end that is really easy to do, then that makes you look like fantastic professional. You're running proven ads. You're not just testing the waters on someone else's account. It's fantastic. UpX.
Yeah,
Check it
and you
out.
can get a 14-day free trial down below. You can get unlimited clients on that plan. The pricing system basically works in tiers where it's 1 to 3 clients for $97. Then it's like up to 10, I believe, for something in between, and then unlimited clients for I believe 497, similar to High Levels pricing. But you can build and grow and pay as you grow. Basically, start with a 14-day trial, so there'll be a link down below for that.
Very cool.
Then number 6, database reactivation and AI chatbot. That is quite an offer there, and you can combine easy ads and chatbot too if that's a combo you wanna do.
Mhm.
But basically, this is helping people activate their old leads or people that have done business with them in the past, or maybe just leads that they have that never converted into a sale. You can now be the point of revenue for them in that you're reaching out to people that they thought were gone, never going to do business with them again. Now you're bringing them back into the fold and then using AI to continue that conversation and get them booked on a calendar or get them to come into the shop or whatever it is. But AI can handle that front end qualifying part for them and serve perfectly qualified, ready to go clients up on a silver platter for your clients. They're going to pay you. I would charge at least $500 a month or more for that plan, as much as you
For
can,
sure.
though, because it's
Yeah,
a
keep it
very
premium.
valuable service.
Yep,
And then
absolutely.
finally,
High
number
level
7.
affiliate. One of our
So
favorite one of
yeah,
our
we
favorite ways to use high level.
absolutely. And it's just it comes hand in hand with what you're doing. So if you want to start your own channel like this, sign up with our link and become an affiliate, use it for yourself, but then start putting out content videos and really just duplicate whatever is comfortable for you. If you have a big Instagram following or you just know that you have some business owners or people that would want to do it too, you can give them your link. Now you're getting some money by helping them get into a business model like this, but also benefit along the way. So it's a win for everybody. So I wanted to show you guys just a couple things because you might be sitting there thinking, I don't know if I could charge this amount of money. So we're going to show you a couple examples here of other businesses that are massively successful doing this. This one in particular, Bird Eye, does everything that High Level can do, or does only a few things that High Level can actually do. And they charge significantly for it, and they make millions and millions of dollars a year doing this. So their small plan is reviews, listings, and messaging. So reviews is what we already talked about, going out and helping a business owner get more reviews. Listings is something that's built into High Level called Yext, which is basically going out and organizing all the listings that they have for their business. So maybe at one site like Google has their property, their address at 123 Main Street, and then Yelp might have it at 123 Main Street. And because those are slightly different, it causes a little confusion on Google. Or maybe they've changed locations and they haven't updated their address on a bunch of different sites and their phone number and things. So this goes out and updates all of that information for them. And
I
then
think it
messaging we talked about. Go ahead.
I think listings, it might also what it seems to be offering because this is the one thing I had mentioned earlier that we've made videos on everything that we're talking about. Yext is not that thing. Like we have not used Yext, so we're assuming a lot about and we've looked at it a little bit. So we're not just like bold-faced lying to you about what it does, but we're not very familiar with it. So this is that one thing that you're going to have to go watch someone else's videos if you're interested in this. But it also seems like it puts you on even more directories
Yeah.
from that first thing because we were just discussing what this could be and like what would be the purpose of it, what's the value in it. And so it seems like it puts you on the map in a lot of places all at once. It does all of that footwork for you. And then it also makes sure that everything is accurate and up to date.
So the reviews, the listings, and the messaging, which we talked about, which is lead connector app where you can message back and forth and text your business owner can text back and forth with their potential customers.
Mm,
All of that in one place, get a unified view of all interactions in one place. So this is basically an offer that you can do right now in High Level for unlimited clients. You only pay them 297 or 497 per month to have unlimited clients, and then you can sell these for 299, 399, 499 a month to as many people as you want, but only pay High Level that one low monthly fee. And then
yeah.
if you look at their growth tier, all they're adding here is web chat. So putting a little chat widget, which you saw how long that took me. It took me 5 seconds to do, putting that little web chat on a website, convert website visitors into new leads. They added additional $100 a month for that plan that took me 2 seconds to turn on and off. And then you want to dominate 449 a month. All they've added is the social media posting tool that we already showed you. So that
Yeah.
package, this company makes millions and millions of dollars and has thousands of business owners paying them happily to do this. So you can totally compete with companies like this by being local, going out and offering these things.
Yeah, and the way to compete you guys, is not by price gouging. It is not by lowering your price. It is by increasing your value. So if you see something like in the 399 plan, right? And we just showed you how easy it is to just turn on the web chat, offering that as an additionally, right, for the same price, or to be able to increase your price point is no more work for you. So that is the beauty of high level. If you want to be competitive, make sure that you are providing quality, you're adding more value, your customer service is excellent, your communication and connection with your clients is excellent. And in doing so, do not cheapen this product. Okay,
Yeah.
like don't do yourself and other people the disservice of lowering this price, because this stuff is worth so much more than what a lot of people are charging,
Yeah, and I
you
think
know?
that is something I struggle with a lot is detaching the amount of work that something requires versus the value that it provides. Because yes, we made light of how easy it was, it took me 2 seconds to turn that knob on, but that particular chat widget can produce tens of thousands of dollars in revenue for a business if people are chatting with them and engaging and they're converting those into sales. So just because it didn't take long to set up, the software does a majority of the work for you ongoing, and that's why it's so powerful to have your own software company, because
Mm,
software can do things at scale that people can't.
right.
So
Um,
it produces great results for a business.
just to take this thing home with an example, okay? A lot of times, the reason I'm telling you this is because we get a lot of questions. Almost everything that we feature on our channel and we show you how to do, we'll get multiple questions of how much could we, should we charge for this thing, right? And it's not always a black and white answer. And the reason is the other day, Jason and I have been looking at different websites that we want to build up so that we can rank them and then rent them out, okay? So it really depends, right? So we passed by, we saw a gutter, a home, like a house gutter out in the grass. And we are like, that thing, like, what is that doing there? And then we got to talking because this is the stuff that we talk about. And we're like, how much does that service cost? And Jason was like, that's like he was like, I looked that up the other day and it's like 1 day's of work to come out, for 1 day is like 800 bucks is what the service provider would be making. So what does that mean? Does that mean then that we go out when we're charging people and we're pricing what one lead costs to them? It's we really have to look at it as like one lead is 800 bucks a day. So therefore, that justifies us charging that gutter professional $800 a month. Why? Because all they have to do is get one client that month and they will cover the cost of their leads, right? So you have to really understand the business that you are servicing, and you have to understand the value of these tools and what we're offering someone. So that answer is not the same for someone who is a house cleaning service, right? Like 1 day, if they're the ones out there, maybe they're just starting their business, right? Or they have people, what does it cost them to run that service, but how much are they actually going to make, right? So that being said, one, think about the niche that you are selling to. It needs to be a good market. But two, like really think about how much value you are bringing to that person.
Yeah, there are a lot of ways to help a lot of different business owners, but I think it's really important to see what their average order is, what you can do. Because if I can get a pizza shop 2 new clients a day, maybe they're going to make 20 bucks. But if I can get a dentist 2 new dental implant
Invisaligns.
patients and Visaligns a day, that's massive for their business. So that comes into factor too. And maybe you have a niche you're passionate about that you just want to serve pizza shops, and that's okay. Then you obviously got to adjust your pricing or figure out new ways to really help them expand that revenue.
Yeah,
Overall,
pizza
most
makes
local
money. You don't necessarily have to say like, "Oh, what do you make in a day from like one order and that's what I'm going to charge." That's not what we're saying here. There's so many things that you can learn using high level that you can really bump someone's business up, whether it's getting them leads or taking care of those leads and really servicing those leads. So, like, there's just so much you can do.
Well, with that, we appreciate all of you for watching this. Hopefully, it was some value to you. And again, don't get overwhelmed. You don't have to offer every single feature. That's why we package these things down into easy to learn business models that you can start offering and just mix and match. Try some things out, see what you like offering. Maybe you stick with one thing forever, or maybe you get a few clients one way and you're like, I don't really like dealing with this side of things. So I'm going to shift over to the social media or whatever. You can figure out what your move is, but we gave you plenty of different ideas on how to start a real business with high level and UpX and Closebot or some of those other softwares we'll recommend in the future to really get a strong business going that mostly is done by technology and software and doesn't require a lot of your manual labor after the first time that you set something up.
Yeah, which is awesome. And just remember, these were 7 business ideas that you could do using high level, but it is not the only 7. There will be so many more, so much more that we'll bring to you, but we certainly didn't want to overwhelm you.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, please like, please comment down below. Let us know what you learned, what business you're going to start. Go to ghlfree.com to start your free trial with High Level, or click any of the links down below for the softwares that we recommended on the show today. And other than that, we'll see you on the next video.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much.